Hello guys and welcome back to Nate Sports Talk. Today we're going to be talking about my Premier League overrated top 11 alongside with honorable mentions. Excuse me. We'll get to the honorable mentions at the end of the video, but before we get into it, thank you guys for clicking on this video and watching my videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't, go ahead and go watch some of my other videos on the channel, as I think I've had a couple good videos that have been doing pretty well, and I think you guys would enjoy those if you haven't watched them already. Thank you for likes and comments, and I greatly appreciate it. All the subscriptions, it means a lot to me. We're almost at 50, which is greatly appreciated by me. I love being able to interact with you guys and see that you guys are liking the content that I put out. But enough of that, let's get into it. Starting with the goalkeeper. Aaron Ramsdale has to be on this list. He's either second or third ranked with his transfer value, and there's no way that he's that good. There's absolutely no way. He's not second best in the world. He's not even best in the Premier League. And people will make you think that he's Alisson level or Ederson level. He's not there. Right back, we have Kieran Trippier. He wouldn't have been on this list, but people are saying that he's best right back in the world, best right back in the league, that he deserves team of the season, player of the year. It's too much. People are going overboard with him. He's very good. He's done really well this season, but he's not top tier. He's really, really good, but not that elite tier of right backs. Next up, we have Christian Romero. This guy's dumb. He's just dumb. You just watch him play. I watch him play, and I'm like, why would he do that? Why would he go make that tackle? He just gets red cards like it's part of the game. Like, if you get enough red cards, you win the game. That's not how this works. I don't think he understands that yet. But people love him. People think that he's one of the best center backs in the world, in the Premier League, and he's not even close. Next up, Lisandro Martinez. He's terrible. He's terrible. Because the bar was set so low for him, he's been here. He's been just above the bar that was set. So now everyone's like, oh my God, he's so much better than we thought. He's this, he's that. He's one of the best signings this season. And he's just all right. He's just all right because our bar was set so low for him. And he went above that. Now we think that he's one of the best center backs. And he's not that. He's not that. He's not good enough to be someone who you build a defense around. He's had a decent season at best, I would say, before he got injured, but he's nothing special like people try to make him seem. Next up, Zinchenko. If you don't agree with this one, I can't help you. If you don't agree with any of the ones I've said up until this point, you have to agree with this one. He wasn't good enough for City. There's a reason why he didn't play a lot of games there. He's okay. He's not going to win you a Premier League as your starting left back. He's just not good enough. People at the beginning of the season were saying how great he's doing, how big of a leader he is, and how he's turned around this Arsenal team by himself. And at the end of the day, we saw why Man City got rid of him. He just isn't good enough in the big moments. He just isn't good enough, man. Like, plain and simple, he's not one of the best left backs in the league. He's decent. He's good enough for Ukraine. He's better than what Arsenal had, but he's not world class. He's not top 5 in the league, like some would think. Now on to the midfield. Oh, I forgot to mention, we're doing a 4-3-3 formation for this, so that way, so that way you guys don't get confused on how I do this. But first up, Rodri. If I made this video before the Champions League final, he wouldn't have been on this list because I feel like he would have been just right. He's a world-class talent who's really, really good. But since he scored that goal in the Champions League, now people are trying to say he's better than prime Casemiro. Come on, man. Come on. Casemiro is one of the best players to ever play in our generation, especially at the DM position. He's one of the best to play in the DM. And Rodri's not there. Not yet, at least. Maybe he could, but for sure he's not there right now because he scored 1 goal in the Champions League final. Yes, it's massive. It's a great achievement for him, but come on, it's Casemiro. He three-peated He three-peated with Madrid for a Champions League. Like, he's done so much in his prime that Rodri can't even compete with. That's why he's overrated. That's why he's made this list. Like I said, if it was before Champions League final, no way he would have been in this list. Next up, Thomas Partey. I don't like mentioning this guy because of what he's done off the field. If you do those kinds of things off the field, you shouldn't be able to live your life freely because the person that he affected isn't able to live their life normally because they have been scarred by what happened. But yeah, he's overrated. I won't go too much into him because I don't like talking about him, but he's on the list. Next up is Mason Mount. Mason Mount is heavily overrated. What does he do besides running? He runs real fast, he runs real hard, and he's a Cobham Academy graduate, whatever, I don't care. Whatever Chelsea fans say he is. But he's not good. Man United fans are now overrating him because he's going there. Liverpool fans were all over him. Arsenal fans, whoever was in for him, they're all over him. They're saying that he's one of the best mids in the league. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does. He doesn't pass well. He doesn't shoot well. He doesn't dribble well. He doesn't defend. So I don't know what he does other than run. He runs real hard. I can go out there and go run real hard for 90 minutes. And does that make me an 80 mil player? Does that make you an 80 mil player? No, he's not good enough. He never will be. Next up, Marcus Rashford has to be on this list because he had a really good purple patch. He had a nice couple months where he did really well, and he seems to always have these moments where he'll go 2-3 months where he goes and lights up the league, and people will be like, oh my God, he's finally what we thought he was, and then he'll come right back down and be horrible again. And I can't judge someone based on 2-3 months and say, oh, they're one of the best left wingers in the world when he doesn't prove it day in, day out. So that purple patch isn't good enough to justify him being a world-class talent like people would think he is. Gabriel Jesus has to be on this list. City went from not having a number 9, not even playing Jesus as a striker, they put him out on the wing, to him being the answer to all of Arsenal's problems, being their main striker. It makes no sense. It makes no sense because he wasn't getting the job done on the best team in the world, who creates the most chances out of anyone in the league, arguably in the world, and he couldn't get it done there. What makes you think he's going to get it done in Arsenal? But people were up in arms about him being the best, being the savior for Arsenal. He's going to score all these goals, and he scored a couple, but he wasn't good enough. He didn't get the job done. I'd argue that Eddie Nketiah was better than Gabriel Jesus this season, but people will tell you otherwise. Next up is Saka. Oh my God. And the people who get compared to Mo Salah is ridiculous. Racism. Call him racism. Yep. I don't know what else to say because it makes no sense. It makes no sense that Saka's compared to Mo Salah. Mo Salah had a down year and had 30-plus goal contributions. Who does that? Only Mo Salah can have a bad season and have 30-plus goal contributions. And that's everyone else's good season. And that's a bad season for Mo Salah. And for Mo Salah have more goals, more assists than Saka, and still people say that he's better than him, is crazy. Jordan Henderson went on a podcast and an interview, and he was asked, who's better, Saka or Mo Salah? I don't know. I can't answer that. What? What do you mean you can't answer that? It's clearly Mo Salah. Clearly Saka's not better. This is why Saka's in the list. And now that's it for the Premier League starting 11. We'll go into honorable mentions. I'm not going to really detail why these guys are in it, or go into detail like I did in the starting 11. But these guys were guys who I thought about putting in here, but just barely missed out due to me feeling that the guys in the starting 11 were just slightly a bit more overrated. Oh, excuse me. First, we have Declan Rice, Wan-Bissaka, Riyad Mahrez, Joao Cancelo, James Ward-Prowse, Alejandro Garnacho, and Tyrone Mings. Those guys feel are overrated for one reason or the other, especially Mahrez. Yeah, we're not even going to talk about that. Same things could be said about that I said in the Saka conversation. But yeah, those guys made the honorable mentions, just weren't quite overrated enough, in my opinion, than the guys that I put in there to go into the list. But that's all I have for this video. If you guys agree or disagree, please let me know in the comment section below. Who did I miss out? Who would you put in instead? Those kinds of things. If I got something wrong, don't be afraid to tell me in the comments. Just be respectful about it. And I hope you guys liked the video. If you could, like, comment, share, subscribe. Even just viewing this is enough for me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.